Alright, y'all, man, what's good? It's your boy DL's TV. I am the fake YouTube MVP. And before anybody has anything to say, who is this on the mic? Who's that with the Morgan Freeman voice? Who is that sounding like, oh my god, he needs some water? I just woke up. It's 5:30 in the morning. I kind of just kind of, you know what? I'm finna just stop stuttering and just say what I gotta say. So, look, this game and the next game you'll see, I don't have any commentating over the actual gameplay. It's just the full game, raw, uncut. Deal with it. I just genuinely don't feel like going back and editing the gameplay. And I actually was supposed to be doing live comms for all of the games. It just didn't happen for the first two games that you'll see. And I keep saying the first two games. It'll be explained in the third, the video after the Washington game. Everything will be explained. It'll make more sense then. But pretty much what happened was, week 2, 3, 4, and 5 were all washed gameplays. I couldn't get the files uncorrupted, and I was unable to use them. So yeah, and I've been holding on to these videos for like a good month now, because at this point, today is the 22nd of September. Hopefully y'all see this today. Honestly, y'all might not see it till next week. It just depends on when it gets uploaded. But yes, video content is coming, and it's coming quickly. I'm aiming for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to get all of the content out. I have the entire first season. I just played my week 1 game of season 2 yesterday, so hopefully season 1 can come out, season 2 can follow it. I am playing this on Xbox, and I plan on getting a PS5. So this series will stay on Xbox. I might start another series for the new consoles when I get it. I'm probably not getting it on launch day. Probably gonna wait until Black Friday or somewhere in there. But with all that being said, we're gonna start off this season and this series on a great note. Hopefully our new rookie quarterback, Jalen Hurts, can not go into Pittsburgh, but stay at home, play the Steelers, and get us a big win. So, with that being said, I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all enjoy this game against the Steelers.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Jalen Hurts and the New York Giants taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? but there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Well, Steeler fans around the country certainly happy to see this sight at quarterback once again for the Pittsburgh Steelers. In his old familiar number 7 jersey, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's been the starting quarterback for so long in Pittsburgh. It's hard to believe that last year only played a game and a half before going down with an elbow injury. But Big Ben is back under center, reassumed command of this team. Remember, in the offseason, he said he wouldn't trim his beard until he could throw a football to his teammates. Got that done, got a nice trim, and here he is, starting again for the Steelers.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
James Conner on the carry. Brought down behind the line of
His size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
18 on the play. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Conner, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a 2nd-round pick back in April out of Oklahoma by way of Alabama. It's Jalen Hurts.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
46-yard line.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, Barkley. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Hurts the best running quarterback in this year's crop of rookies. He's got a first down. On first down, Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Punching it in from a yard away. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Steelers.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
And we remind you, still one more game to get to before we put a bow on week 1. It comes up at the conclusion of this one. Titans and Broncos in the AFC from Mile High, and that ought to be one worth staying up for. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 75 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
On for the point after.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat, but a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He's a 2nd-round pick, a solid 2nd-round pick. But when you're close to that 1st round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a 1st-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had 1st-round grades on him.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. It's Connor as they stay on the ground, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. That defense just did not budge, and now your punter. Well, this is why you pay him.
It is. It's exactly why you pay him. But what he's got to be thinking about are a couple of things. Number 1, don't step back. Could be a safety.
Oh, how to get it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
But for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points.
Set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And 7.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here comes Peppers. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Vince Williams on the tackle.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
3rd and 1.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Shrugs him off. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in a sack. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Hurts. Being chased out left. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 31-14, the final.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third.
Chris Boswell.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 19-yard line.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
New York Giants.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to...
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And this is off the left, upright, and through. A trick shot there, but a point is a point.
Steelers 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Coming back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
And the Steeler first down.
On first down, Connor. And he's got this down to the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And now down 3 scores, I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
A 22-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Steelers 10.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. His throw incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On second down now, Barkley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The tackle made by...
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
6-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? The 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
19-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Short little throw to Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ben to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intercepted. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Giants, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.